Hello and welcome to the Dominion Daily for February 1st, 2025. Playing with what should be a full random kingdom. And we've got a lot of trashing options here. Upgrade War Chest and Spice Merchant. We've got plus buy and draw. We've got gains as well with Vampire and War Chest. So we can definitely do some stuff here. Oh, wow. Immediate forest dwellers with the 5/2. That's amazing. Yeah, we're gonna chuck 3 cards for sure. And then I think we go with a vampire. Upgrade is a little less appealing right out the gate because we don't really care about turning estates into silvers too much. I mean, we'll do it, given the opportunity, but it's not a priority, I wouldn't say. War Chest is mostly a worse version of Vampire. Not entirely, because you can play as a gainer every turn, right, rather than having to exchange it. But early on, the bat is going to be trashing, and that's going to be useful anyway. Emissary is a nice card to have, but I think we'll pick that up a little bit later. Nice to get a Spice Merchant, but might be able to do that next turn. So yeah, let's grab the Vampire. All right, no such luck on the Spice Merchant. I think we will go ahead and grab a silver. Even if we end up with a bunch of silvers from upgrade or something, we turn some of them into workers' villages. So that's not a problem. All right, second silver. Yeah, I guess so. Given that, I think we want that upgrade. I mean, Spice Merchant is actually better at copper trashing. There's an argument there. Grab the Spice Merchant now. But I would also like to trash estates. Granted, we are going to have a bat. I think I'm going to go upgrade. I don't know. It's a close call. Oh, this is unfortunate. This is really unfortunate. Well, I mean, we can turn silvers into 4s ultimately. I do wonder if we should just go ahead and trash 2 coppers with the bat and buy another silver, or if we want to only trash 1. Grab the Spice Merchant. Probably getting the Spice Merchant is better than trashing 1 additional copper right now. Okay. I am definitely down for second vampire. Is that the most important thing to grab right now? I think it's fine. Looks like the AI is not playing with vampire, which is interesting. Has a couple workers' villages and a couple poachers. Weird. Right, obviously, hitting 2 coins here doesn't do anything, so we're going to draw and hope. Yeah, we see a vampire. Diluted. I would like to get some draw going. And Forest Dwellers Emissary has some nice synergy. I think I'm going to take an Emissary here. This is a lot of money. Maybe we go ahead and grab a nobles. We don't have a workers' village is the one thing, but we can play nobles for actions if we collide it with emissary and it's not something we can gain off of vampire or war chest is one of the notable things here. Okay, a couple more fives. What is it? This is weird. Naming the war chest thing for the AI because like war chest was their first 5. I don't know what they're going to want to gain, right? Like I really don't. Like if I name vampire, like maybe they weren't going to take a vampire anyway. They already declined the opportunity once. They don't have an estate trasher though. So I mean they could take upgrade, of course. I don't know. I guess I'm going to say vampire, but I'm really not sure about that. All right. So we do need to get a workers' village at some point here. But do we need to do it right here? We could. I mean, I wouldn't mind having a war chest of my own. And then we could go like war chest emissary and then like figure we can pick up a workers' village later in the shuffle. Dang. Oh, double dang, we didn't even hit 4. That's rough. I think I will go ahead and take another silver because we do have this upgrade. We can turn that into useful stuff. But that was a really unfortunate pull there. Okay, they still don't have an estate trasher. I'm going to say vampire again. Workers' village. I think we want to draw here. Okay, we really do need to get a workers' village at this point, I think. Let's go ahead and do that. Trash estate. Alright, we can nobles for actions here. We might go ahead and do silver to workers' village as well. I'm just going to keep naming vampire for a while, I guess. Getting an animal fair now seems odd. Yeah, let's go ahead and grab another. All right. I think we just want to cycle as much as we can here. Emissary. Okay. I wouldn't mind one more upgrade. Two emissaries. I think we're going to buy another nobles this turn. 2 workers' villages plus the nobles. Yeah, the idea with the upgrade, we can upgrade the spice merchant. Eventually, we can just like use I think we'll be able to well, there's also an animal fair to province actually, but I was gonna say, well, the amount of money that we're going to generate is going to be low enough that I think having the upgrade to be able to like, you know, buy like silvers and then upgrade silvers and buy fours and upgrade them to fives and all that stuff is going to be useful. That being said, I am a little worried about running out of water in the short run, but then again, yeah, I think we do get enough. You're really going hard for those. Still have not trashed any estates. It's getting to the point where I'm like, should I be naming upgrade instead of vampire? Let's say vampire though. We're definitely discarding vampire, silver. Also discard upgrade. Let's say yes, actually. Well, we're not going to trigger shuffles with both of these emissaries. Oh. Well, I guess it's not literally impossible. If we drew with the Spice Merchant, trigger shuffle with the emissary, upgrade, trigger shuffle with the emissary. But would we rather just have the coins off the Spice Merchant is the question, I think. Or we can also draw with the nobles. Just worried about running out of actions. Maybe we can grab a couple more workers' villages this turn. So, how many more terminals do we need to play, though? The emissaries are both non-terminal. Yeah, I think that actually works. And actually, maybe we just upgrade the Spice Merchant into what? I might actually want to grab a gold this turn. Oh. The other thing we could do is upgrade the upgrade. And then just Spice Merchant trash the copper. Upgrade into gold, I mean. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That's not bad. workers' village. Okay. I'd just take another upgrade. We can keep doing that to add payload to our deck if nothing else. I'm wondering about, like, empty the workers' villages. Then take... We're gonna have 2 bats next turn. Thinking about, do we want a beggar just to feed the bats? Also the spice merchant. This might be crazy. Take another emissary. And then I don't think we necessarily need another emissary. I'm wondering about just getting another upgrade, actually. I think about what the targets for that would be. Like, we could just trash the spice merchant, did that last time. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just gonna keep saying vampire. That is so many animal fairs. What in the world? We definitely want to discard the silver. We could keep the 2 emissaries and just say, like, well, we can play the nobles for actions. That probably makes sense. I'm pretty prepared to upgrade this upgrade into another gold. Upgrade that spice merchant. Or we could keep it around and, like I said, feed it with the beggar. What is that last card? Oh, it's just another gold. Okay. Right. So, I mean, the nobles we can play for actions, right? We don't need that draw. There's no way. So would we rather turn the spice merchant into a 5 or use it to get 2 coins? We could turn the gold into an animal fair. We'd have the actions to play it. That's not bad. We had If these were vampires, I think we'd have a pile out here. Like buying a bunch of animal fairs, but as it is, I don't think we do. You name emissary. I think at this point we're just taking duchy off the war chest. Maybe we should just trash one of the bats and go double province here. I guess having 6 favors isn't really doing me any good, huh? It would be nice to have the second vampire, but really would like to buy double province. And keeping a bat around does not make a lot of sense. Wait, when did they get a nobles? Oh, they bought one last turn. Okay. They lowered piles again? By 2. Oh, no, that's only one animal fair. This order doesn't matter. We go ahead and upgrade the spice merchant now. We're totally gonna try to pile here, right? Like all we need is this stuff and an estate. We can vampire for the other emissary. We can upgrade a gold into an animal fair. Like we do still have 2 upgrades, I think. Yeah. So upgrade. I feel a little bit bad to trash the spice merchant right now. Not entirely sure of drawing, but I think it's still correct. Okay. Well, so much for drawing. We do have 4 buys and the vampire and the war chest. The war chest can gain us points if nothing else. So if we go gold to animal fair, we can buy 2 animal fairs. Yeah, I think this is guaranteed, right? Yeah. I think it doesn't even matter what they name with war chest. Animal fair trashing beggar. Animal fair trashing animal fair. Combine estate too. So overall, I just don't understand why the AI never took upgrade or vampire. That's the big thing here. Like the end of the game with 3 estates, you don't want 3 estates in your deck. They seem to be really focused on just like village draw, village draw, village draw, and then at some point they shoved a bunch of animal fairs in. And I mean, it is good to have the villages in the draw, obviously, but you can do more if you like have what your villages and your draw go further if you're not having to go through estates for one thing. The upgrade stuff, I mean, there's cool stuff you can do with upgrade on this board, right? You can gain 5s with Vampire War Chest. You can upgrade them into Gold or Nobles. You can upgrade those in Animal Fair. You can upgrade those into Province. Like, that's all pretty cool. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I feel like maybe they were also going for some kind of piloty thing by like shoving all the Animal Fairs in, but you I don't know. Their draw situation, despite having a lot of draw cards, was still not amazing because they still had 3 estates and then they had all these Animal Fairs. I mean, earlier they had like poachers or whatever. I don't know. Maybe it wasn't as bad, but yeah, just kind of weird. The other thing is they really over prioritized arena. Like, it is nice to have the arena points, but it's not worth like prematurely stopping your turn in order to get them. There's just better things that you can be doing with your turns, like with your actions, than generating 2 VP. I don't think there's any way for me to see the extent to which they just like stopped their turns versus versus like they ran out of actions or whatever, at least not easily. But so this is the first arena points that they got. Workers Village, Poacher, Emissary, Spice Merchant, and then arena discarding Workers Village. So at this point, it's at least conceivable to me, like they had already hit 5 and maybe only had the 1 Emissary in their deck. Quite possibly. They go Spice Merchant, Workers Village, Poacher. I have a weird number of poachers early. That's another thing. Like, poachers, especially if you're not going to take upgrade. Like, if you take upgrade, you get some early poachers, and then you can turn them into better cards. But didn't do that. Anyway, another Workers Village. At this point, they have multiple Workers Villages and no terminals? It's kind of weird. Oh, I guess Spice Merchant can be a terminal, but not in a way that matters for Workers Village unless you have another one. Yeah, Spice Merchant. I mean, well, for one thing, Spice Merchant, Workers Village. Like here, why the Workers Village? What is that doing? I mean, at this point, I would take Poacher over Workers Village because, like, I want to hit 5. But anyway, Poacher, another Workers Village. You really don't need it, and then they finally hit 5 and get War Chest. Again, I would definitely take Vampire, but then here they get the Emissary, and then they gain a silver. All right, so they have an Emissary, and now they draw, and then they discard a Workers Village. So yeah, it's possible that it's like, I mean, you might be better off cycling a card here. I mean, by not playing the Workers Village, it's a stop card. I don't know what the state of their deck was. They triggered a shuffle with this Workers Village. They drew some cards. They shuffled. So they clearly saw most of their deck, but I don't know if they saw the whole thing. And like, I don't know. It's hard to say. Like, maybe they left a copper on top or an estate on top or something as a consequence of doing that. Maybe it didn't matter. It sure looks like it mattered here, though, right? Because they didn't find their War Chest this turn. So that's the other thing. They might have found their War Chest this turn if they had played the. So this is I guess a good illustration of what I mean. It's like you are better off continuing to move through your deck than just like stopping prematurely just to get the arena points. Like 2 VP at this stage of the game is not more valuable than putting a good card into your deck. Although the fact that they war chested for Workers Village here when they had 1 terminal in there. Oh no, sorry. They did get a second Emissary here. Okay. But still, like, you already have 2 Workers Villages. Like, an Emissary isn't even always terminal. So, like, I don't know. Not to mention they didn't have an upgrade and blah, blah, blah. But they really seemed fixated on not taking Vampire upgrade. I wonder what would have happened if, like, every time they had played War Chest, I had named Emissary instead of, like, Vampire. Would they have taken one of these cards, or would they just taken all the Workers Villages? I don't know. Anyway, Then here again, okay, so you go Spice Merchant, Emissary, Workers Village, Emissary, Poacher. Then we discard a Workers Village. Did see the War Chest here. It's possible that they drew their entire deck here and they didn't need to play the Workers Village. Hard to say. Hard to say. And if that's the case, then like, fair enough, I guess. But suppose I could I don't want to lose the rest of the history by like jumping back here. But it would be nice to see that. Here they discard an Emissary. So like if they didn't already draw their deck, like that's crazy to me. Maybe they did off of 2 Emissaries. They had to draw 3 estates though. I don't know. I don't know. They're also getting hit with hexes this whole time. That's the other thing about not playing with vampires. Like, they were miserable. They got diluted at one point. But, I mean, by this point, they probably were drawing their deck. I don't know. Well, I mean, but, you know, again, circling back to the upgrade thing, I was able to get value out of, like, gain and play there. Which I think is more impactful than taking those arena points. So, I mean, obviously, if you don't have an upgrade in your deck, then that changes the situation. Anyway, for all that, it was still like a reasonably close game. So, like, I don't know. Maybe there's a way where they like have like a good turn and are able to pile out if I had dudded. I don't know. Their deck, I mean, they did have a lot of like money and buys from the animal fairs at least. And they did have a good amount of draw. And like as you could see at the end there, despite the fact that I also had a lot of draw, I was capable of dudding because I like had added a couple provinces, and so I had to get through the provinces, the bat, the remaining treasures, all that stuff. So it definitely wasn't like the most reliable deck, but I definitely had a lot more like overall reach because of having upgrades and vampire in addition to the war chest. I mean, they had more animal fairs, but the animal fair, even at 4 coins and a buy, is still like less payload for the most part than upgrading vampire. So anyway, that'll do it for today. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.